Welcome to Women in STEM, everybody.
Welcome to Women's Dem, baby. I'm Whitney. I'm
and
always
I'm
right.
and she's always right. That's actually so
I'm
true.
right.
I wasn't even going to introduce myself. I was just going to say, and she's always right. So there you go.
This is correct. But that is Olivia.
Yes, that's true. And we're talking about the Truman Show.
Sylvia, Truman, Ed Harris,
hmm
Marlon slash Meryl.
Totally. Do you want to see something really good?
I do, but I'm not there. Oh my gosh, I'm
Oh,
hurrying.
hurry, hurry.
Oh no, I'm gonna
We'll...
miss it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Come,
Hurry.
come here.
Okay, ready?
Hey, pretty girl. Hi, on two towels.
On two towels, yeah. Because I'm doing
That's
laundry.
yay.
Yay!
Olivia,
Hello.
What?
Yes.
mix chamomile tea with Monster Energy drink.
Mix chamomile tea with Monster Energy drink. Why?
Sleepy tea.
Sleepy tea, but Monster Energy drink. White Monster? Does
It
it
won't
matter?
make you sleepy though.
Craziest. Probably White Monster.
Yeah, White Monster's probably the craziest, yeah.
And it's also funny because
He
White
won't go to
Monster,
sleep. It won't make him sleepy.
in Chinese, if you say White Monster, it's a slur against white people.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty great. I like it.
Okay. Okay, bye.
He just admitted he likes using slurs.
Yeah. And I caught him on camera.
Yeah.
That's the danger these days. You can't say anything because you never know who is listening.
Also can't say anything because of woke culture.
Yeah, we used to be a great nation. Now I can't even say slurs.
What?
Boo. Sometimes I mix all of my tea bags together to make ultra sleepy time tea. That's pretty yummy. Except for sometimes they licorice as a sneaky ingredient and they don't
Uh-huh.
list it on the front.
Uh-huh.
Just say this is normal, like normal sleepy time tea. But then if you look on the back, it has licorice listed. And I don't like licorice in my tea. It's too sweet. It gives me a weird aftertaste, and I hate it. I think actually, now that I'm saying it, licorice should be banned. And anyone who does like it should be executed.
And you're always saying just like kind of neutral, like centrist takes like that. Like I know that you don't want to rock the boat, but you also aren't afraid to just share the the real truth.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll just say it like it is.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I'm always brutally honest.
Yeah, yeah. And other people like just can't handle it.
Always say things and other people hate it. No, they can't, and
Yeah.
it's their problem and it's not mine.
It's their problem, yeah, because they hate to see a woman winning.
Yeah, and they don't think women should speak.
Yeah.
Well, guess
They
what? I'm not shutting up. Never.
tell me about it. Well, anyway,
Hey, guess
how are
what?
you? What?
Oh, that's perfect because goes along with what I was gonna say. I'm still sick.
No!
Hmm.
I was afraid that would
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. But it's looking up for me. You know why? I have to go to
Why?
work. Yeah,
Yes.
I can continue to stay home and recover and not have to go
That's
to work. I can just be sick
so awesome.
in peace. For
That's
you.
awesome. I'm pretty good. When I do when I do laundry and Lucy isn't asleep, she tries to catch it. And it's really cute, except that she just caught me a little bit.
Wee. Oh
Owie.
no.
But now she's like curling back up, all purring like she's about to go to sleep.
Like she's
Can't
so
trick me.
innocent.
Yeah, like she's like, I never did nothing to nobody.
Another thing caught on camera. You can't fool us, Miss Lucy. Did you rewatch the movie?
I rewatched some of it, but I'll
Me too.
probably and to refresh I rewatched it to refresh my mind. But really, even like within the first like 2 minutes, I was like, this movie is so insane. Like, so you don't even have to watch that much before you're like, oh my, how,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And it is,
um,
I looked through your notes and I don't want to get too ahead, but it
mhm.
is crazy that this is like known as a comedy because it is
Yeah.
absolutely a horror movie 100% of the time. It's not even
It's
funny, just the whole time you're like,
a
ugh,
disturbing, horrifying psychological thriller. Not
yeah,
laugh even one time.
this
Not
isn't a
once. I don't even
stupid
remotely
film.
chuckle.
I feel like I would
No.
maybe I love Jim Carrey's performance, and I might chuckle if he says or does something funny, and I'm like, ah, that's so him. But even then, it's like
Uh-huh.
not because the scene is funny, because none of the scenes are funny. The scenes are so scary.
It's horrible. I hate it so much. Not in a, I hate the movie.
It's a great movie, but it's
A
like,
good
how is
movie,
this
but it's
funny?
so, so scary. It's so scary. I
Yeah,
remember I asked my parents the first time I watched it. I was like in high school. And I was like, so this says it's a comedy? And my teacher said it was a comedy? And I did not
yeah,
think so. And my parents were both very confused at that description because neither of them had ever considered it to be a comedy.
yeah.
I don't
No,
think it was marketed that way.
I wouldn't market it that
Can't.
way because I think that it would alienate my audience immediately if they're expecting something funny and then instead they get like dystopian panopticon horror. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like even the scenes where Jim Carrey's being kind of over the top, like the scene where he's in the car with Meryl and they keep going around, around and
Yeah,
around and
yeah,
around the roundabout.
yeah.
Mm. Even that's
Does
not
it
even,
feel funny?
that's I think the
Because it feels
funniest
like
part in the
this
movie.
guy,
But you're watching a
he's
breakdown.
serious about it. Yeah, like there's
Yeah,
something genuinely happening to this guy. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
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 Even if we didn't already know that he was right and there was something wrong,
It wouldn't be funny.
it wouldn't be funny. No,
Yeah,
because he's trapped his wife in the car with him and he's having a real psychological breakdown.
yeah.
But in
So
the
it's like anything could
reality
happen. Like neither
is,
of them are safe. And it's like
yeah,
so haha funny, but genuinely either one of them could be seriously hurt by this event.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah,
My friend
yeah, uh-huh.
Ezra, his letterbox review of this just says, I watched this with my mom because she like said it was such a funny movie and it is genuinely the most depressing thing I've ever seen.
I'm s like, I genuinely can't even
Exactly.
fathom what is funny about it. That's the only
No,
scene that I could see being a little bit. F There's nothing else in the movie that I would even describe as remotely funny at all. Can't
no,
imagine that was the intention when they wrote it.
no,
Don't know what people are talking. I feel like I'm
it
being
seems like a
gaslit. Is this part of
genuine
it? Is this
exploration
part of
of like, is this, are we, hang
it?
on, there's a camera right here. Anyway, and not to get too ahead, I just like I had to get that out right away because it's crazy that this could be branded as a comedy when even like the first, like the opening scene, you're in on it. It starts
Yeah.
with the director telling you this isn't acting, this is a man's real life that we're documenting. So then there's not even like a reveal as you go through the movie. Like you don't catch on to it along with Truman.
No, you
You
know.
already knew. They already told you at the
Yeah.
beginning, so now you're like complicit in this event the whole time. You just have to like watch it happen and you can't do anything about it. Is that funny?
Yeah. I'm being so serious right now. I consider Ravenous to be more of a comedy than this movie. And
Absolutely.
they eat people in that
They
movie.
eat people in that movie.
There's cannibals.
Jeez, that's so
But you know
crazy.
the scene where Colonel Ives is chasing after them in the woods and the soundtrack is going
Yeah, yeah.
that's funny. That's
That's
funny.
funny.
Nothing
Dark
about this movie
comedy.
funny.
No, it's
No,
just
no. That
so
movie's dark
it's
comedy.
heartbreaking the
American
entire
Psycho
time.
feels dark comedy.
Dark
This is
comedy
not
because
even
it's
dark
meant to be.
comedy. It's not
American
funny.
Psycho's dark comedy. It's funny. It's terrible, but it's funny, and it's absolutely meant to be that way. Like it was written as a satire of like
Yeah.
capitalist culture or whatever. And they have like some jokes. They have moments that are like meant to be funny. I feel like this one it has to also be written as a critique of something. I think it's a genuine like look into some sort of it's a psychological movie for sure. I don't think it's meant to be funny, and I don't think it is funny. I feel like
Oh.
they're playing different roles here. They're serving different purposes. I gotta go swap my laundry to the dryer.
Okay, bye. I'll keep an eye on your laundry while you're gone.
Okay, thanks. How can you do that? Because it's in the washer and dryer.
Well, I meant the folded stuff that's you have been folding.
Oh, got it. Okay, I'm all out of sorts.
I'll open a tither.
Yeah.
I do feel not to keep harping on this point, but going into it expecting a comedy, I feel like I watched it wrong the first time because I felt uncomfortable. Like I and again it's been almost 10 years since I watched it the first time, and that kind of makes me feel sick to my stomach to say out because I was
Yeah,
in high school, senior, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, that's true.
Almost felt like I was um laughing at jokes that I knew were mean. Like
Oh, uh-huh,
it
uh-huh.
felt like I was bullying somebody.
It's like you're trying to be in the in group, so you like laugh at the bully's jokes
Yeah,
to
even though
be
I didn't
accepted,
really
and then
agree with
and then they
who.
won't bully you. Like you're safe.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what it felt like. Was everyone else is in on something, and I'm like, okay, if you say so, I'll sure, yeah, I'll pretend, even though
right. I
I
guess
knew,
this is what we're doing now. Yeah.
yeah. So it was good to watch it again as an adult and not have that going into it, no remembering, oh no, this is okay, this is a psychological thriller, it's a horror movie,
Yeah, yeah.
and not feel like I was participating wrong.
Right. And oh man, I mean the idea of participating wrong or like viewing something wrong, I mean, maybe that kind of gets to the heart of the film a little bit. That's crazy. Ah,
What can I
oh
say? We're good at
no.
our jobs.
hmm Welcome to Women in STEM, everybody.
Welcome to Women's STEM, baby. I'm Whitney. I'm
and
always
I'm
right.
and she's always right. That's actually so
I'm
true.
right.
I wasn't even going to introduce myself. I was just going to say, and she's always right. So there you go.
This is correct. But that is Olivia.
Yes, that's true. And we're talking about the Truman Show. You know that
Yeah.
comedy, the Truman Show, which is a very
Cat. Cat just
psychologically
now.
deep and scary cat just now. Good timing. Um, it's a film about what if everything was bad, but then when you're watching it in modern day, you're like, yeah, you know. I love like reading or watching like dystopian fiction and just being like, oh, they just were predictions.
hmm
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It makes me feel so good.
That's why in one of the notes I texted you, I was like, same as American Psycho. Because I remember when we did that review, I was watching his like facial routine in the morning
Yeah,
and
yeah.
being like,
His
okay, now I've
skincare
heard it gets
routine.
crazy and like
I can do
ridiculous and
over
over
100 now.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And watching it and being like, oh, is that all?
Like he's not even waking up
Because
at 4 a.m. to dunk his face into a bowl of ice water.
and have a banana be
He's
handed to
not
him
even
by an off-screen faceless
trying.
woman.
He's not even trying. Where's his faithless woman who makes all his food for him, even though he has plenty of time to do so because he's waking up at 4 in the morning? I saw this. I saw an Instagram reel the other day of this guy like making fun of the same thing, and he's like, "Well, I used to wake up at 7:30 But then I realized like, oh, a lot of people are waking up at 7:30, that's nothing special. So I started waking up at 5:30. And then I learned, oh, there's actually a lot of people who like work out in the morning. They're waking up at 5:30. I'm like, I can't be just like them. Started waking up at 3:30. Turns out Dwayne The Rock Johnson wakes up at 3:30 every morning. I can't just be like I'm trying to be him. So he eventually ends up like I wake up at noon, but it's not because I'm lazy, it's because I'm waking up for tomorrow.
And the next day.
I was like, yeah.
That
So
makes
stupid.
sense.
Yeah. Oh man, that's life.
Gosh.
Bam,
That
orange juice.
I was gonna try to do a fake product placement there, like they do in the movie, but for whatever reason, the only company I could think of was Heinz. Heinz orange
Heinz.
juice. Now with real ketchup flavor.
Heinz 58. They added orange juice. That's something that's also crazy. Like the blatant ad placements, and it does seem like what's they're on TV, it has to be over the top, but then genuinely, like, you hear people talking like this in real
Hmm.
life. That's bad to
Yeah.
me. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
You're a
Yeah.
person, you're not a commercial.
Yeah.
And that just goes along with what we're saying is like back in the day, this wasn't even, I don't even think it doesn't even feel to me like it's a critique of viewers.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel like it's a critique of like if it were made today, it would be like people would say, "Oh, it's a little bit much, a little bit heavy-handed."
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
so on the nose for a problem that's 20 years that'll happen in 20 years, but it
Right.
doesn't feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that was
yeah,
the thing
yeah.
that they were trying to talk about. And I don't
They're
really
doing
know if,
speculative fiction, and then
yeah,
we're watching it now and just being like, check,
okay,
check,
and
check. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Ah, yeah.
yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah. Hmm. I
Hmm.
remember reading this post a while ago. It was it was like set in the world of the Truman Show, where they were like, "Do stop trying to find a Truman, respect his privacy." But then it was also like they were part of archiving efforts for old Truman Show episodes, and they were like
Uh-huh.
restoring all these old episodes, and it was a masterful like written piece about even in this world, even where they're like respect his privacy, he's a person, he's not piece of fiction, he's not an object. They're still contributing to it by
Right, right.
archiving these parts of his life that he never consented to have portrayed.
Publicized. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. And I tried to find it actually for today, but I didn't
Mm. If
succeed.
anybody knows
Oh,
what we're talking about, they can just leave a
yeah.
comment or something. Dude,
Mm.
you see a little cat head here, and that's because he jumped from there all the way over here.
Whoa, that's
He's a really
crazy.
good jumper, but it actually makes him quite naughty.
Makes sense. Makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. He's a good jumper, Archie. You can see him just
Hmm.
there on the couch. He's a good jumper, and he's naughty sometimes. And Leo is not a good jumper because he weighs 20 full pounds. He weighed
Yeah.
himself last night, 20 pounds.
He's big.
He's
Dude,
big.
he's
He's a big
twice your
boy.
size.
Yeah, he's huge. He's a
Wow.
monster.
Yeah,
He's
he can
anyway, he's a
eat
bad
you.
jumper.
He's going to
And
eat
that
you.
gets him into mischief. He is, he's coming. I'll stop. I'll sell him for as long as I can. But you gotta
Timmy
go.
thinks he can take him. He doesn't seem concerned. I guess he's
No.
planning to just jump on top of him. That'll probably work.
That could work. That could
Yeah,
work. He's not very graceful. We have letters. Or no, we
that's
need to do
true.
letters.
We
I
we have
did.
letters
It's hidden in my notes.
as part of our ridiculous game that we play, but we haven't said them out loud.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you've hid them in here. Is that right here where it's S for Sylvia?
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
great. And then Marlon and Meryl, is that like, are we picking one or are we doing two M's?
Yeah. We could do two M's. Those were just
Okay,
two of the names of the characters.
that's true. Yeah. What a crazy movie.
The version that I was watching was pirating it. I mean, no, I wasn't.
Oh, nice. It's for free on YouTube. So of course you weren't pirating it. You were just watching it for free on YouTube like everyone
Would
else.
never do it. Yeah, for free.
Hmm.
I wasn't doing anything illegal and I never would. Piracy is not a
No,
victimless crime. We all know this.
it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. But the version that I was watching had the audio cut out for certain bits. But it's been long enough
Uh-huh.
since I'd watched the movie the first time that I forgot
That wasn't
that
normal.
the audio doesn't, that's not part of it. But
Right.
I made it like 2 minutes into full silence where it looked like they were having a conversation, and I was like, this is fascinating.
Yeah. You're like that one post of like, I accidentally paused Better Call Saul and just saw Bob Odenkirk sitting silently for 2 minutes and thought it was a great dramatic choice. That's like I watched Man on the Moon, which is actually another Jim Carrey film, and that's not why I watched it. I just wanted to watch it, but it just happens to be while we've been talking a lot about Jim Carrey. There's like it's a biopic of Andy Kaufman who once released like a special where like one part of it is just like they film it so that it's as if it's glitching, so that he's like it's a practical joke, so everyone in the audience will have to get out of their chair and like go and try to fiddle with their TV to fix the problem.
It's mean.
Yeah. It just I was like if it was part of the movie they're like they're making you think is there something wrong with my sound or like what's going on here, and then they're like haha I gotcha. Just kidding.
This is just like all those
Very
assholes who used to do that thing with their voicemail and be like, "Hello, hello, hi, just kidding. You've got me. Leave a voicemail on the beep."
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's so silly.
Yeah. No, it's normal. It's cool. It's regular.
Super regular style. So, Sylvia.
Sylvia, totally. We can just go like
Mhm.
if you want to go through your notes in order or
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was gonna say the letters again.
I get it.
I couldn't
I did
remember. You
think of
did?
that
Oh, perfect.
after I
Okay.
had a no, after I had
Mhm.
um interrupted you. I was like, oh, she's probably just saying Sylvia Truman.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
cool. So I'll do that, and then we can do the other thing.
Yeah. Good plan.
Sylvia, Truman, Ed Harris,
Hmm.
Marlon slash Meryl,
Totally.
which means that we are, as a part of the world celebrated Jim Carrey month,
Yeah,
it's this movie.
that's so true. Everyone equally every year celebrates the last half of November
Mhm.
and the first half of December as Jim Carrey-a-thon, and everyone's doing it. Everyone's watching his movies and talking about him. And we're just cashing
So
in on that lucrative market.
true.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what's happening
yeah,
right now.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so the Truman Show
We've all seen
is
it,
the movie
maybe.
we have.
And famously, a lot of people in the movie have as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you would watch this in the 1990s and be like, who would actually tune into a show like this? But then we live in today times,
Yeah. And it's
and
like
it's like
actually
you're
probably a
kind
lot
of
of
weird if
people
you
would.
don't.
Yeah. Because it's like,
Yeah.
well, you're missing out on a lot of cultural references and whatever. Everybody's watching this, and it's like weird if you don't. Even if it's like on
Mhm.
principle, whatever.
Well,
It's
and
like
it's like
not
it's not
using
even like a
ChatGPT to
reality
Google stuff,
show. Yeah.
where it's like,
But I
okay,
use
but
ChatGPT to
how
Google
else are
stuff
you
when
going
I
to
could
get
just Google stuff.
information? Like, oh, it's so bad. How else are you going to learn stuff? It's not like there's other websites.
No. And then you'd
Hmm.
have to read it yourself and try to figure out what it is. Like, it's just so much extra work. It's dumb.
Hmm. Yeah. When I click on a video essay on YouTube, I don't want to actually watch the person telling me about the information that they've discovered. I just want to read the AI summary of the video, and then I'll perfectly understand all the work that went into it without having to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like 20
Well,
minutes
and
long.
then the nice thing too is that you can read through the AI summary of the comments as well. So you don't even have to
That's
worry
so
about reading through
true.
all of that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mhm.
Phew. Good thing we've streamlined that.
And then you have AI generated abilities for yourself to caption for you to comment.
Mm,
So you don't have to come
that's
up with
true.
your own comments and thoughts
Yeah,
either.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all covered. You're good.
Yeah,
You
it's
never
good.
have to
It's
use your
like,
human brain to think again.
right. Well, because the internet is like computers and stuff. So it makes sense for all of our interactions to be only like filtered through computers and stuff. Ideally, someday every video is
Yeah.
made by AI, all the comments are AI, it's only like shared by, it's like reposted, stolen and reposted only by AI as well. And then that way you know that it's good. And you can't go outside because the environment is destroyed by the like billion gallons of water that are burnt up every single
It's
day
just
by
bad.
ChatGPT for no reason. Oh well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So
can
that's
you do?
awesome. And anyway, the
If you
Truman
could.
Show.
So we're
We
talking
touched
about
on
the
this a
Truman
little bit,
Show.
but it starts out not with, you're not starting out with the Truman Show, you're starting out with the director of the Truman Show telling you his like rationale for creating it. So then the whole time when you're watching the movie, you already know what Truman hasn't discovered yet, and you're just kind of watching like, and there's nothing that you can do about it because they're like
Mm.
trying to justify it being like it's real. We're tired of watching like these fake things on TV. We're tired of actors and scripts. We want to have reality. And so in order to do that, we're exploiting a young man from the time that he was a baby and watching him grow up throughout his whole life. And that's fine because it's real, so we can like really relate to it. And you're like, okay, and then you have to watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have literally actually always said this, but sometimes you have to lie to tell the truth.
Hmm.
It's big. We say this a lot. Sometimes you have to tell a story that didn't actually happen, but you have to say it to get the point across.
Hmm.
Some like in movies
So you
they'll
have
use
to
fake blood. That's
exaggerate. Yeah.
yeah. That's not actually what those things look like, but this is how we communicate this in our like shorthand language. The Truman Show is a brilliant example of telling the truth to lie, I think.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
yeah, he's real. Technically, he's not being like the actor for Marlon said. Everything you see on the Truman Show is real. It's just controlled. It's just, he's not scripted. Everything you see from him is genuine. Those are his real reactions, his real, choices. Um, how real can he be though? The people
Right,
that he wants
because
to talk to are
everything's
swept away
controlled.
from him. Everything's controlled. He can't possibly have a genuine reaction. He can't have a real fight with his wife because he's an actor.
Yeah.
He'll do an ad break in the middle of it. He can't go talk to that cute girl in his class. They'll be separated immediately. He can't see that homeless guy who looks kind of like his dad, but who actually was, because suddenly a lady with a dog will sweep in and take them apart. Like, there are no real
Hmm.
reactions. It's just scripted from him.
Everyone
Like,
else.
technically,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's really reacting to these things. How real can it be if he's never given anything real to react to? If everything's just pre-planned and
Hmm.
served to him on a
Hmm.
silver platter, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So that's
But
how
then
I
I
would
feel
describe
like
it.
in a few cases it is real, and that's like when he has these really deep-seated traumas and fears because of things that happened to him in his childhood, and those are like very real psychological issues that he's developed that weren't his fault and actually were the fault of the producers of the show. Like for example, he like has trouble getting on the ferry at the beginning of the movie because he like is really afraid of the water, and you're like, you live in a coastal town, how can you be afraid of the water? But it's because he's lived there his whole life. He went out sailing with his dad, there was a storm, he never saw his dad ever again, and so now he's has this fear of like sailing because he feels like it was his fault that his dad died. And his dad was an actor and it wasn't really his dad and he didn't actually die and everyone knows this except for him. And this is a comedy? Like
It's like the movie Bolt.
I'm always saying stuff like that. I'm like, man.
Guy who has only ever seen Bolt
Yeah.
watching the Truman Show. Okay, but like actually,
No, seriously. That's one of our like I feel like we'll talk about two movies that are seemingly entirely unrelated and be like, this is a perfect double feature.
no, but yeah, you're exactly right. They're deep-seated traumas
hmm
that are
And those are
explored
actually real,
for
but
content,
they're
baby.
yeah, they only ever became a part of his life because of this like controlled environment that everybody knows about except for him. So it's real, but it's also not real. They're telling the truth to lie. I mean, yeah, jeez. hmm
What else did I say on my notes? Do you have them there?
I do have
Because
them
my
right
phone
here,
is it's up here, and I
occupied.
could get it down to look at it, but
So the first thing that you wrote is, quote, he prefers this equals gambling apps don't cause or enable addiction. So we can talk
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I stand by that too. That's another thing you think, what are you talking about? But I mean, like, someone who has complete control and is profiting from somebody else, they're not going to admit, oh, yeah, no, the thing that I'm doing is harmful because they're
Of
profiting
course not. Yeah,
off of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Their benefit, like, why on earth would he say, no, yeah, no, this is exploitative? No, this is not healthy.
Yeah,
Obviously
he's
not. He's not
obviously
going to say
gonna
that because
try to
one, he's
justify
in
it because
show
it's his
business.
job. Yeah.
It's his job. It's not surprising. And the most sickening part about this guy, Christoph, is because I genuinely think he believes it too.
hmm
Don't think that he is aware of it,
I
but
don't think
is
he's just
pretending not
saying
to.
the right things in order to
Yeah,
be
I
allowed
think
to
he
keep
means
going.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that he really does love Truman in that horrible family vlogger type way where like
hmm
it's like technically I think he does care about him. I don't think that it's a healthy type of love.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that he would ever like, do you see what I'm saying? His version of love is not the kind of love that I would ever want anyone to have from me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he does care about him doesn't mean that it's healthy or that he should ever have anything to do with any other person for as long as he lives.
True. Yeah, it's
It's
like
like he's not cold and calculating, but that almost makes it scarier.
mhm. I think
Yeah.
it's like when we have this idea of like loving people for like what they do for us or what they provide for us rather than loving them for them. So I think that like maybe I'm sure that he has a connection to Truman because he feels like this like almost godlike father figure, where he can give him all the things that he needs and he's always watching over him and whatever, but it's like a a corruption of what that is supposed to be. But he also, I think, loves him
Yeah.
for what he does. He's like, oh, he provides everybody with this like not only entertainment but this like deeper connection with what they're watching on TV, and he does these like XYZ things. So he loves him like as a product, you know?
Yeah.
Which is a
Yeah.
real danger. I think that like in some ways we do this like a little bit where we like feel like we love or care about somebody because of the benefit that it gives our lives. But if you focus too much on it, then you're only loving the product and not the person.
hmm
And then
I
Kristoff
think
is that
he
times like 1,000 because he's like, I'm God,
yeah.
actually. you know?
And the creator space of it. So, first of all, Ed Harris, everybody give a hand for him because it was the most scary performance I've ever seen. That
Yeah.
line specifically, I think he's when he's talking to Truman at the end. He's like, "I am the creator of a television show." Like that puts
hmm
the emphasis. He line different.
The pause, yeah, is
I
like,
am the creator.
yeah, of your
Okay,
life, your whole all of your experiences.
yeah. Yeah. But the other thing too is like he when he's talking to Truman at the end and he's trying to get him not to leave, he's showing him all the value that he's contributed to society, which Truman is never gonna know, he's never gonna participate in. But he's like, do you remember the episode where you lost your first tooth? Not the moment where
Hmm.
he lost his first tooth, the episode. That's
Yeah,
exactly all he thinks of Truman is
content.
content.
Hmm.
Brilliant. Really scary.
Yay, I love movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next you wrote vitamin D.
Yeah, there's vitamin D on the table of the kitchen
Hmm.
at some point early in the movie, and it's because that's not the real sun.
Yeah, it's because they're living in Biosphere 3. So he's gonna be extremely vitamin deficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed that one, and that was exciting. And also a good reminder for everybody in the Northern Hemisphere to take your vitamin D. It's
Hmm. Hmm.
winter and there's no sunshine, especially for those in the United States where we still have daylight savings changes.
Right, right,
Because
right. So we're
sometimes you
throwing your
never see the
body out of
sun
whack
ever.
because we're gonna like here's the time that it is, and it's 9 o'clock. And then for some reason in March, we're gonna start all our meetings at 8, but pretend that they're still at 9 o'clock. And then that's gonna last for the majority of the year. So you think that that's what time it actually is. And then in November, they're like, haha, just kidding, and move 8 o'clock back to 9 o'clock. So you get an extra hour of sleep in the morning, but it's just means that it's darker earlier in the day all of a sudden, instead of like the gradual change that's supposed to happen with the seasons. And then we do this twice a year. It's like, oh,
And we're
suddenly I have to
functional.
wake up an hour earlier. And then I'm like, why
Yeah.
isn't the sun setting at 7 p.m.? What's going on, you know?
This is what I often tell people
It's
when
so
I
cool.
say
It's
that
so
I'm
healthy.
disillusioned with the
It's
government.
so awesome.
Is I've said this for years, but anyone
Hmm.
who's lived in Arizona for even 1 year, they don't do the change down there.
Hmm.
So once you
And their lives are
experience
better.
that, you're like, oh, it's no, oh, this is better. Yeah, this is what
Hmm.
I say mean when I say the government doesn't work, is because you talk to anybody, any like you anybody, and they will say, no, I don't like the change.
Hmm.
And some people are really passionate about which side should be permanent. But the fact of the matter is that 100% of the people in this country, both normal people and the people without hearts, otherwise we call them politicians,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, no one likes it. No one likes the
No,
change. And yet,
because
for
everyone
whatever
feels
reason,
like
we
they're ripped out
cannot
of their body
stop
twice a
it.
year. It should be
There are
the
actual
easiest thing
medical
in the world.
repercussions to this, heart attacks, strokes,
Heart
not to
attack,
mention the
stroke.
mental stress of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Suicide
Why
rate kind
can't
of a
we
little
just
bit
say,
spiked
hey,
at those times of
everything
year.
else, let's just stop arguing about everything else for just a minute. Let's take one single day and figure out for like once and for all which side we're going to land on. We'll flip a coin. I don't care. Nobody really
Mhm.
cares.
It's
Just as
like
long as you
just pick
stop
one
changing.
and then stop changing and then
Yeah.
stop like ruining everybody's lives twice a year. But they're like, why am I so tired?
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
no one is for daylight savings changes.
no.
But for
This
whatever
is
reason, we
this is
still
like
can't
the
make
number
any
one
progress with it.
nonpartisan issue in America,
Yeah.
and yet
Hmm.
here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why don't we just. And it's crazy also that it's not even like a federal thing because there are states that don't do it.
Yeah.
So why should it be like if you're in Arizona and then all the states around you are, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? Why
Nothing makes
can't
sense.
New Mexico just look over at Arizona and be like, "Ooh, I'll have some of that, please," and
Yeah.
just do it?
Verdon did. Verdon, New Mexico does. Verdon is in New Mexico, but they don't do the change.
Yeah.
They just
But then
decided, yeah, no, we're close
other
enough to the border of Arizona. We're not going to do it.
right,
So
and
why
then
can
like
they do
other
it?
cities and
Why?
counties in New Mexico still do though. So like why can't everybody just pick one? Like why is it like a state or county? You know what I mean? Like
I do. There's no, it doesn't make any sense, and I
it's
hate it so
actually
much.
so evil. And we're always
Let's
talking
go.
about this.
Let's
This is
stop
like
thinking about.
probably the
We
15th
literally are.
conversation we've had minimum about the evils of daylight savings time. We're always talking about it.
We never say anything new either. It's always the
No,
same, but
no, we're just
we
laying out
can't
the same
stop.
points of like, imagine every single time. Imagine if 9 o'clock was suddenly called 8 o'clock. And yet,
And we're gonna keep doing it.
like we'll stop saying it when it stops being true,
And you'll
maybe.
hear it again.
Yeah, exactly. Life is so terrible. But at least we have movie. And sometimes you can watch a movie. This movie, I feel like we've mostly complained about how scary it is, but it's a good movie and we like it. It's like it's
Spectacular
just one of
film.
those that it really resonates with you as a person
Hmm.
in a
Yeah.
way that I would say a lot of lighthearted comedies don't always get to that psychological truth that this movie does.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
Some lighthearted comedies too. Not always.
Mm,
Very rarely.
totally.
It's the exception. Sometimes
Mhm.
lighthearted comedies are just to make you think. It's only very rarely that you're like, oh no, it accidentally changed me as a person.
That's true.
Can you still see me?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, there. Hmm.
It's one of those days, everybody.
Oh boy, is it.
So, like, we're
It's, yeah,
recording
no,
this on
really, really
Black
good film.
Friday,
It's
which is
beautifully
like
made.
number one capitalism holiday, and that's just something to think
Mm.
about. And yeah. Really great film. Well performed, you know?
Incredible. I
Hmm.
mean, first of all, Jim Carrey, because even when his dramatic role, if you've
Hmm.
seen him in mostly goofy roles, if you're coming to this for the first time, it's like, I think that's part of the reason too why I went into it wanting to laugh, is
Hmm.
because I'm used to
Because you're
him being in
used to seeing
comedies.
Jim Carrey doing comedy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so when he's doing something kind of exaggerated or he's being silly in the mirror, it's like, oh yeah, well no, that's you don't have to take him seriously. That's just Jim Carrey. But no, he is being so serious right now. But you can tell that he, as Truman, is performing when
Yeah.
he's even if he doesn't know it, even if it's subconscious. Like we all kind of put on an act for people in our lives, like at work.
Hmm.
We're not gonna be like so genuine and so real with everything
All
going
the
on in our
time.
lives. You know, sometimes we'll
Yeah.
we'll we'll put on a goofy smile and say, "How are you?" to the neighbors, and like, "Oh,
Hmm.
get a magazine for the wife." You know,
Hmm.
that's just kind of how we work as human people. So it's neat to see him acting as a person who's very serious and then acting kind of goofy as that serious person. Like, do you see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
really good at the layered performance. It's not Jim Carrey being goofy, Truman being kind of goofy and exaggerated.
Yeah. It's like we were talking about last time, the Count Olaf performance of Jim Carrey versus like Neil Patrick Harris, where I feel like Jim Carrey's Count Olaf is a bad actor. You know, his character is a bad
Yeah.
actor, and he's really good at that. I love movies where people who can act play people who can't act. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh,
It's
dude,
like
I
Chris
eat that
Evans in
shit up.
Scott Pilgrim, where you're like, come on, dude.
Yes.
You know,
Or in
it's so
Leverage.
fun. Yeah, and you get to see like people who can act play the part of somebody who can't act. It's fun every time.
Mhm. Because to play the role really well, you have to know what rules not to break. And
Mhm.
a really good actor can be really good at playing a bad actor because they know how to be a good actor. So they just
Mhm.
stop doing those things. And then it's extra nuance when it's like a character. I'm sorry for this, okay? But the only example that I can think of off the top of my head is from Sherlock,
Okay,
BBC
sure.
Sherlock.
That's okay.
When
I'll allow it once.
Thank you. It's just the one. Is BBC Sherlock, okay? And he's talking
Mhm.
to a woman whose husband, his car has just been found and there's blood all over the seats. And he's playing someone who knew the guy. And he's talking to the wife and he's being kind of a over dramatic and he's crying a little bit and he's like, I just can't believe he's really gone. And she's like, no, he isn't. And he's like, aha, I got you. Do you know the scene that I'm talking about?
No, but
Anyway,
it'll come to
it's
me.
Benedict
It'll warm up.
Cumberbatch
Yeah.
playing Sherlock, playing Guy. And
Hmm.
it's good because Benedict Cumberbatch is a pretty good actor. Sherlock's not that good of an actor. You can tell, like, but he's good enough. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
it's fun when a good actor can play a bad actor, but it's also really good when a good actor is pretending to be a character and you can see the character is pretending to be somebody else. It's
Exactly.
not the
Yeah.
actor. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna watch this back. I'm just gonna like this episode's gonna be like 5 minutes long for me because I'm just gonna have to fast forward past every single time I start talking. It's not gonna make any sense. I know I'm talking nonsense. I'm
You're like, what are these
sorry. I'm
sentences?
sick.
It's okay. It's a holiday. America's number one holiday.
I
Sales.
had a lot of turkey yesterday.
Hmm.
I'm sleepy. What
Hmm.
can you do?
Oh, I remember. I have something to tell you that's only a little bit related.
Yay!
But sometimes I will see
Okay.
things that I screenshot and I'm like, oh, I need to tell Whitney about this, and then I forget to. But hang on. Okay, you know when you like open a new browser tab and it'll have like news stories at the bottom or like suggested sites to go to, and it's always just thankfully never suggested based on things that I actually do, but only because then I'm like they're watching me, but it's only suggested like sites that people use. So it's annoying that it's like Amazon, Temu, because I'm like I would rather die than shop on
Yeah.
Amazon and Temu. But um, one of the recommended like articles, these are the only number of Thanksgiving films worth watching. What number do you think that was? If people are making a definitive list, these are the only Thanksgiving
Oh
movies that are
boy.
worth
Okay.
watching.
There is genuinely only one Thanksgiving movie that I can think of, and it's Paul Blart Mall Cop. But I feel like it'll be funny if people claim there's like a huge number. So I'm gonna say 45. But I think in reality, okay, yeah, it's either 5 or 45. That's my answer. Those
That's
two
really
numbers.
good. That's a really good answer because you said I can think of one Thanksgiving movie, and I was going to say, what about the other 34? These are the only 35 Thanksgiving movies worth watching. I'm like, Thanksgiving is one day and it doesn't even matter. What are we doing with 35 movies?
35. What
35.
are they?
I know, right? I didn't click on the thing. I just was like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Yeah,
35?
35. These
Doesn't
are the
even make any
only 35 movies,
sense.
as if they're like they went through a list of like 100 movies and picked the 35 best most Thanksgiving movies.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Didn't even.
how can there even be 35 movies? Two, Paul
Yeah.
Blart Mall Cop and Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay. I my family's made a tradition since you introduced it to us of watching Waking the Divine for Thanksgiving. We watched it now
Oh,
several
that's nice.
years in a row for Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
that's an unofficial Thanksgiving movie to me. I know, like,
Hmm. But it's not like it
it's not
has
like
anything to do
you
with
can have your
Thanksgiving because
own
it's
fall. Yeah,
not,
exactly. You can have your own fall themed movies, like I think
yeah.
Fantastic Mr. Fox or anything else by Wes Anderson. But
Hmm. They can be fall
to have
themed,
it be
but are they
specific
specifically
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
movies,
movies?
yeah,
That's what I'm
no.
saying. How can there possibly be in the world so many movies that you had to narrow down? These are the only ones worth watching, and it's 35 and not like four? What are
I'm
we
so
doing?
curious about this.
Who's making this list? It's not like,
Okay,
when
I'm
you
gonna look
read
it up.
like the 100 like best films of all time and it's like by official ratings and like plus fan reviews plus whatever and they like compile these big things. That makes sense because there's like billions of movies in the world and they're picking the top 100. That seems like, oh, this is a big deal. 35 Thanksgiving movies? That's crazy. There's not even 35
It
good
doesn't like
Christmas movies. And Christmas is an international
Found it. No, there's
holiday,
not.
and it's a religious holiday
Yeah.
as well as a commercial holiday. So you get like twice as many things about it. Thanksgiving is purely a commercial holiday
Okay.
for Americans.
Wow. Okay. This list is already pissing me off.
Is Paul Blart on there?
Well, no, it's not. And quite frankly, that's what pisses me off.
Mm-hmm. There
Paul
you
Blart
go.
is, in my head, like the definitive Thanksgiving movie. It's the only, like, it's like argument of is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Well, yeah, because it takes place on
On
Thanksgiving,
Christmas.
on
Yeah.
Christmas. It references Christmas in the movie. It's
Hmm.
essential to the
The
plot. Like that's
score
part of what makes Paul Blart.
includes Christmas hymns as part of the scoring. It's very crucial that it's on Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like Paul Blart is again the only Christmas, the Thanksgiving movie to me because it's part. It's essential to the plot. It's not on here. Do you know what the first one is on this list?
I'm assuming it's also
You're
not
never
the
gonna
Charlie
guess. I'm
Brown
just gonna tell
Thanksgiving.
you.
Is it a sports
No, it's
movie?
not. It's it. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe you will guess it. It's kind of. That's actually really, really scary.
But
You
just
remember
because
the
like fall
tangents?
is football season, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
about that
Okay.
one because that's a sports movie, but I just don't think maybe it's because I didn't grow up in like a very like sports culture family. Like we're never watching the game on Thanksgiving weekend,
Hmm.
because we like don't care about football and actually football's evil and like kills people in their brains. But whatever. I think
Yeah.
I watch sports movies and I just think of them as sports movies and not as like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving movies.
This is another one that to me feels kind of fall. I watched it. I feel like we watched it every year in school, so it feels like fall movie to me. This doesn't
Hmm.
feel
Hmm.
like quintessentially Thanksgiving.
Right, like it's not a
Hmm.
holiday movie. It just like happens to take place in November. November's a whole month, and Thanksgiving is one day in America,
Yeah.
plus Black Friday worldwide because people have to sell to Americans.
Knives Out, another fall movie. Chicken Run? No. No,
Chicken
no, no.
Run? Mm-mm.
Chicken Run.
Great movie. I think it would be
The Big
fun
Chill.
if you had a tradition of watching Chicken Run on Thanksgiving. I'd be like, oh, cute, because that's a good movie, but not because it's
This is a
remotely a
good movie.
Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah.
It's like watching Waking Dead, where
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, great movie, but also like not American, not about the holiday of Thanksgiving.
You've
Are
got
there any
mail.
movies on there that specifically take place like in the week of Thanksgiving?
This one's is called Family Thanksgiving about an
There you go.
ambitious lawyer named Claudia who ends up in an alternate world where she's a soccer mom thanks to her runaway guardian angel Faye Dunaway. I've never heard of that movie,
Okay.
but at least it takes place for Thanksgiving. Hang on,
Definitely.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep going. National Lampoon's Thanksgiving Family Reunion.
What?
Oh, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles takes place in Thanksgiving.
Okay, there you go.
The Brown Thanksgiving
Charlie Brown. I'm glad that one's at least on the list.
made it. Yep. This is so funny. It's like you were saying, like they had to have pulled from a larger list of Thanksgiving movies, and these are the ones that are the best ones.
Right, and only
Three
like three
Birds,
of them are about
2013.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting distracted here, but I'm just family
No, I mean,
values.
I started it because it came to my mind. I was like, I have to tell you. The stupidest thing I've seen. 35 Thanksgiving movies. And again, like I said, Christmas, which is a much bigger holiday, international holiday, celebrated religiously and commercially. I don't think there are 35 good Christmas movies. I think there
No.
are, I'll say 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. 35 is just such a big number, especially for such like a small holiday.
Yeah, and the other thing too is okay, so Mystery Science Theater always used to have a Thanksgiving like marathon. And that's the first
Mhm.
time that I ever watched Mystery Science. But for a lot of people, it feels like a very Thanksgiving type of series. But even that is not really like you can watch a Mystery Science Theater for Thanksgiving, but that could mean you're watching any type of movie.
Yeah,
It doesn't necessarily mean like
it's
for
not
me, The
necessarily a
Final
Thanksgiving
Sacrifice is a
movie.
Thanksgiving movie. But
Hmm.
that's yeah. So like, I'm just upset about this whole situation. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest with you.
It was
Yeah,
way too big a number and it made me mad.
way too big a number. The most obscure movies in the world, and Paul Blart wasn't even on it.
Yeah, which is an outrage. Um,
Yet that
while we're
movie's
at
pretty
it, I
funny.
mean, if you want to look at more like of my complaints folder,
Yeah, I do.
pull that up
Chris
really
is sat
quick.
here too. He's listening.
Oh, yay.
Actually, will you censor him? I don't want. He's too young to be on.
Oh, that's true. He's just a baby.
Oh, do you
We,
want to be on camera? You can't.
oh,
That's
are you
legal.
giving informed consent? Yay! I will share my
Gotta have it
screen.
before dinner. It's a
Everybody.
cute dog.
Yeah, that's Copper. That's Emily's dog that I babysit sometimes.
Oh,
I don't know if you can also see my wireless diagnostics
oh, I sure can. Uh-huh.
from earlier when the Wi-Fi wasn't working. Yeah, totally. Okay. Mostly, okay, I had some complaints about
Yeah,
my like YouTube browser was being weird, where like it showed all my stuff italicized, like all the text was italicized.
that's kind of
And that
fun.
one, it was, I felt like these ones at the top that are like the suggested kinds of videos, um, I didn't mind those being italicized. But I noticed that when I was trying to read the comments and they were italicized, I like couldn't pay attention to them. I was annoyed. So that was just an
Yeah.
interesting thing that I discovered. It thankfully did go away when like I like refreshed the browser and it went away. But also something that hasn't gone away is that the captions are gigantor on every movie and every video. They're
Really,
like
really
so big.
big.
Really, really big. Also, this video particularly, not complaining about the video. I think that he did a good job commenting on it. But the what he's talking about is actually terrible.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, he
Beast
did.
made a theme park in
For
Riyadh
some reason.
for some reason. That's
Why'd he
crazy.
do that?
Why would
He's
he
a
do
crazy
that?
person.
Because of the money and because he's a crazy person. That's really why.
Yeah, because he has more
Yeah.
money than God, and he doesn't know
Yes.
what to do with it anymore. He's just throwing it at
No.
shit.
Pretty much, and like seeing what sticks. I also had this, which is from my class. We have like perusal comments, which are sometimes insightful and usually not. Um, so this person is saying like, if you don't have money, then you don't care about like equality, you only care about getting more money. But on the other hand, if you have obtained enough money, then you like have I don't know, you have space in your mind to think about equality. And my rebuttal, I tried to say as nicely as possible, give me one example ever of this ever being true. Because I think you're exactly opposite in what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Think 100% of the people that I see that care about equality are not privileged in really anyway. And the people that have a lot of
Hmm.
privilege very rarely making things equal.
Yeah. And I like sometimes in this class, people will conflate the terms equality and equity. So I sometimes I'm like, maybe they're talking about that. But then, even like in
No
this
way.
case, I don't think it works either way. I think whether you're talking about equality or equity, what you're saying is that poor people only want more, and rich people have the capacity to care about poor people. And I have never really seen that to be the case. Certainly not
Maybe
large
this
scale. Like, this is like a
maybe this
blanket statement,
girl,
like, the more you have, the more you care about equality, which is such a big statement, but I think it only applies to a small minority of rich people.
yeah. Maybe this person came from a family who that applied to. Like for some miracle, their parents like became very wealthy and care a
Their
lot about
parents are,
advocating for other people.
yeah, I just think probably not, though.
But no, it just poor, that person
Yeah,
has the most idyllic view of humanity.
yeah. where
Quite,
it's
I
like,
hate to say it, but they're
I
quite
that one of
stupid.
those there's a scripture in the Book of Mormon that I really love where it's like if you don't have enough money to provide for other people, you ought to say like I give not because I have not, but if I had I would give. I feel like perhaps this person read that verse and was like, "Oh, that's true. That's what people actually do," instead of like, "That's what people ought to do if they're going to be good Christians." You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a fun one, or a recipe on Pinterest, which are never actually recipes. They're just like AI generated images of yummy food. But this, I just thought this was awesome. Delicious. I didn't use the spice and it was still awesome. And then the other person did use the spice and was like, not enough spice. I was like, what are we talking about right now? What recipe is this?
They're
So that's
married.
just, yeah. So like to end on a light note, there's that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
One of those blows
Life
me.
is life is awesome.
Oh my gosh. So I just tapped your square and I forgot that it did this. It switched to me being on the big one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I love doing that because I can look at my face really big.
I just
Um,
jump scared myself though on
yeah.
accident. So I
But
don't recommend doing that.
because I'm on my laptop, I just have both of us regular.
Yeah.
But on phone, like I do love clicking on me, and I look like I'm paying attention to the meeting, but really I'm just paying attention to me.
That's why I always have to move my square over to where the camera is so that I can watch myself, but it looks like I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if I keep my
It's
square
great.
over here, then I'm
You're
like I'm not
clearly
paying
looking at
attention.
yourself. It's so obvious that you're looking at yourself. Yeah,
At
that's
least here
great.
I can.
Somewhat pretend. That's really good. My issue is that I'll be looking at you because we're having a conversation, but then in Zoom, like the recording, my screen is flipped. So when I'm looking at
Oh,
you, it always looks like I'm looking over here, which is away from you, but then
oh.
in the recording, it looks like I'm looking at you now, when over here, I'm looking at you now. So confusing. Oh, I found a beautiful cat.
Oh,
Uh,
hey, we were talking about the Truman Show.
totally.
Yeah,
We just had to do a quick, comic relief break for our
which we
mental
do in
health.
all our episodes.
Yeah, you may have noticed. We don't usually call it that, but that's what it
We should make a graphic for it.
is. Yeah, yeah. It'll be
Woo!
good.
Where what were we talking about?
The Truman Show, basically, we had to take a break from it because although it is a very good film and we like to watch it, it is also, it just speaks to like some kind of dark truths in our world today. And so sometimes that can be kind of heavy to think about.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
no, we all
Oh,
know it.
sorry, Bubba. In the Truman Show, I think we were talking about how they have to take vitamin D supplements because they're living in Biosphere 3. And then also the
Yeah,
next point on your list was just colors. So we can talk about colors if you'd like.
yeah. I noticed a lot of the times when he's realizing things, trademark, it's red. Lots of red
Hmm.
when he's in his era of realizing things.
Hmm. Hmm. That's
Like
true.
Sylvia's
Even like,
sweater.
yeah, even like first off, I feel like the first scene where he wears red is like in the beginning, near the beginning, he's doing like yard work in his little red
Hmm.
shorts. And his wife comes home and is like,
Like a
"Look what I got at the
slut.
store." Ad read. And he's like,
Hmm.
"Okay, weird." And you're like, "Hmm, that's one of those." And then yeah, Sylvia's
It's
the red
true.
sweater. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Mm.
I think Marlon wears red when they go to the docks
I
together.
was just gonna say, I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure Marlon's beer that he brings in is red whenever he's
Mm.
like when Meryl says, do something, and Marlon comes in with a six, but don't quote me on that. Although, isn't his truck red? Marlon's red truck? Isn't
His
it red?
truck might be red. You know what I can do? Um, because it's for free on YouTube, is maybe just like screen share this and we can look. We can see.
Yay! I love screen share technology. Come here, buddy.
Screen share
We
technology,
love
awesome.
you.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I made us small and then it didn't matter because it changes when you screen share anyway. Okay, here we go. So,
Macaroni.
I mean, macaroni. I was trying to skip through like the first time when he's talking to Marlon. Well, even here, like he's got a
Red
little
sign,
red
red sweater.
on his vest, a red sign, yeah. And then here, he's wearing red. When she's like,
Yeah.
"Come have my baby." That's so weird.
Yeah, really odd. Has little
Yeah, yeah.
red things on her dress, but just little
hmm
ones.
It's just little. And then, but when we like flash back to their like high school days, like
Hey,
Marlon's
wait,
wearing
is your
red.
mouse purple?
hmm
Yeah, look
So I think
red.
it's like
Uh-huh.
they pick they definitely have like a color scheme that they're working through like for aesthetic purposes, which is great. It's a lot of like these primary colors which are happy, you know. But also like I do think that it works to their advantage when they're showing in detail he's wearing red during these like pivotal moments. At what point is it where he brings the beer in? And do you like the giant
Okay.
captions as well?
Why are they so big?
They're so huge. I don't know.
There, it's like halfway through.
Oh, right here. So this is yeah, the one I was talking about where he's gardening. And she
Yeah,
ad reads
uh-huh.
and he's like,
Fourish red shorts.
yeah, seriously. The change to that scene too, like you're watching something else and then it cuts to ass. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
geez.
I saw someone say that okay, so the beer can isn't
That
red. There is
is
some
a
red
beer.
on it.
That's hilarious to be like, that is a beer. But yeah, red truck.
Truck. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, hmm.
Yeah.
Someone say the first like hour of the movie is like an episode of the show.
Yeah.
Feels like it ends with him finding his father again, and like Sylvia watching the TV, and you can just end it there and be done.
Uh-huh.
She's so she always wears red lipstick too, but that scene in
hmm
particular scares the crap out of me. She's got that awful
Yeah.
smile pasted on her face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so scary. And it's again like I think she's wearing red lipstick because that's like the style at the time, but then it also is like, yeah, there he is. He's wearing red.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. To carry on under these conditions. Crazy, unprofessional. And it's like, how can you expect him to be a professional when he
He
doesn't know that
doesn't
this is
know
his
he's
job?
working.
Crazy.
And
No,
he's
that ad
listening
read
to
is
you.
so scary.
It's horrifying. I don't like it at all. Well, and you think about it from his perspective too, like that's just
He's like,
normal for
why?
him.
Just talk to me.
Like that just it's gotta feel most that's just how people talk to him,
hmm
right? Like this whole time, that's how he's been raised is people
But I
just
feel like
breaking into every now and then
especially,
like during an
yeah,
argument, that's where it's like so weird.
yeah. But I feel like it would especially be the kind of main characters, you know? 'Cause he interacts with the neighbors. He says good morning to the neighbors every morning, and they just say good morning back. But it's like his friend, like, now this is a beer, and his wife, look what I got at the store. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's not everybody, but it's like his most important relationships.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so creepy.
true. Bizarre.
hmm It kind of reminds me of like, I think I was reading something maybe where, I don't know, there's definitely like a rise in children like using like online greetings in real life, you know? Like saying like and subscribe like in conversation, but they're not old enough to be doing it ironically. It's just because like that's the language that they hear.
Hmm.
I feel like it's a similar thing where it's like if you're just so inundated with ads all the time, even if it's like a self-promotion or sponsorship or something, you just feel like, well, that's just how it always has been. And there's nothing weird about it. So it's, yeah,
Yeah.
incredible that he in this moment is like, no, no, no. There is something weird about it. Why can't you wait for your product placement until after we're done having it like a serious discussion? Like this is important. We're arguing.
And two, I think because she's so used to being is so used to things just being normal
Hmm.
that she's not practiced in improvising in the way that she needs to be. She can improvise like everyday
Hmm.
conversations, but Truman almost escaped, like drove off, had like a mental breakdown in the car.
Yeah.
So we're going to New Orleans, and she just has to. She just keeps that horrible smile pasted on her face instead of reacting like a real person would in this situation
Yeah.
and like screaming, "What's wrong with you? Let me out of the car!" Just like laughing, it has that pained smile. And now we're back in
Mhm.
the house, and she just tries to pretend like it's
That
normal.
didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going crazy because he feels like everything's so focused on him, but at the same time, nothing he does matters. So he wants to have a. I feel like he's trying to incite a reaction. Do something. Say anything out of the norm. And she can't. She's so stuck in the script.
In Cool Hand Luke, when he is like standing in the road and like asking for a sign from God, and he's like, love me, hate me, anything, just let me know it. And then nothing happens. It's like that. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. It's okay, Timmy, it's just a movie.
They don't need a movie. It's pretend. It's not real.
It's not real. It's low-key real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you're saying, it's different from like what we think of as reality TV, which is like real people, but it is scripted, and there is like they're gonna give exposition in their conversations that normal people don't give when they're having conversations.
Yeah. And they're
But
aware of it.
it's still exploitative, but only to a point because they are aware of it. They like sign the contract, you know, it's different.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
thinking about this because the Dancing with the Stars finale was this week, and it's such an interesting show because it like I would love if it was just genuinely like we're bringing in these people who don't have a dance background and like seeing how well they can do in a competition. That's great to me. But then they have all this other stuff too. Um, that makes it like so odd, but then you realize that it's the only way that it can run just because like that's where we are now. Like it has to be a big studio production. They have to like pay to play Beyonce songs and it's a corporate event as much as it is also like an artistic event. But anyway, Robert Irwin was on this season and
Did he do?
he did a really great job. Like his first dance was like the best first dance I've ever seen. Like he just has this kind of like natural like grace that you wouldn't expect because it's like so far out of what he does for his job, you know? But I did feel like a lot of it like you couldn't let a single conversation with him go by without being like, "Hey, remember your dead dad?" To the point I
Hmm.
was like, okay, can we like see him as a person? Like he's carrying on his dad's work and he's like a conservationist and all these things and that's great for him, but like can we know him as Robert and not as like, hey, remember your dead dad? And it like really like bothered me.
Oh,
And like I
he
know that it's
died like
reality
20
TV.
years ago, too. It's not even like it's
It's
recent.
right, yeah. It's reality TV and so a lot of it is scripted, but also a lot of it isn't. And there was like one dance where at the end of the like choreography and whatever they like projected an image of him and his dad onto the stage and he didn't know they were going to do that and he like breaks down crying on stage but then they have to like immediately get up and go and get the judges scores and whatever, you know, so he doesn't even have the moment to like, you know what I mean, like to me it looked like a
Lose himself.
genuine like breakdown reaction because he didn't know they were going to do that and so he wasn't emotionally prepared. And then people are talking about like, oh my gosh, it was so sweet that they like dedicated that to his dad. I'm like, they've dedicated everything to his dad. Everything's about it. And they're like, I just feel like they're like, it's a barrage of like, hey, remember this traumatic event that happened to you when you were a kid?
Hmm.
And not like, not letting him be his own person. I don't know. It was so weird. It felt really like exploitative to me, especially because one of the other contestants was Dylan Efron, Zac Efron's brother that nobody knows. And
He
so
has one?
his whole arc on the show was like he's breaking away from, the shadow of his famous relative and he's going to be his own person. I'm like, that's great. Can we not do the same for
Mhm.
Robert? Or like, do we have to be like, we have to keep him in the shadow of his dead dad and his older sister who competed on the show before and be like, you're so much like them, which is true, but also like, can he not be his own guy?
Yeah. I feel like this is gonna
It's so
kickstart
weird.
something for poor Robert where he's gonna like include contractual items where they're not allowed to talk about his dad, which
Right. Which
probably
then,
sucks because he probably like doesn't mind talking about his dad every now and then. He's probably a
yeah,
huge influence in his life, obviously.
yeah,
But
yeah, obviously. And
like
it
there is a
wouldn't even
point where,
work
like
because
you
like so
said,
much of his stuff is like he's kind of carrying on the conservation work and the environmental work and
yeah,
so like his dad is written into his career, but it's like to the point that you're like, okay, come on. It like made
yeah,
me uncomfortable that they're
yeah,
like
yeah,
trying to get him to cry in every episode because then he
yeah,
wins the hearts of America and then he gets the votes and then he wins. I'm like, I feel like he could have won anyway because people like him for his work.
yeah. Because that guy rocks. Yeah, he rocks in his own right. Like you
Yeah,
don't need
yeah.
to.
And he also like I think we could acknowledge that he comes from a very successful family who've done a lot of good in the world without that being the only thing about him. Because they did it for
Yeah,
Dylan Efron, and who's ever heard of that guy?
I didn't even know he
You know what
existed
I
until
mean?
this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a PA, that's why. He's just regular.
Good for him.
Anyways, those are my thoughts on Dancing with the Stars. And
Not
now
to,
let's get
okay.
back to the Truman Show.
Oh, not yet. No. You don't
Okay.
want it. You don't have to include this if you don't want to, but it just reminded me. Jason was telling me about a conversation he had with Kevin. Not to, I don't ever want to say anything nice about this guy because I don't
Hmm.
like him, and I think he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really have redeemable qualities.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
But
Like morals
they,
or anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were talking about Charlie Kirk on TV, like they were doing a memorial service for something, like
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Not even
Again.
just after it happened, like again, yeah, within the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
2 or 3 weeks. And Jason told me Kevin was like, this is getting ridiculous. Like,
Hmm.
why isn't anyone thinking about his kids? Um, and
Exactly.
yeah, no, so like very Kevin, I think according to our counter, he's had like 2 wins before this. So this,
Hmm.
but Kevin also has had he is one of his sons has died. The other son is in prison. Kevin knows continuing to bring things up isn't always super helpful, and he also knows how being in the spotlight and grief go hand in hand. Again, don't
Yeah,
mistake that for being on his side in any way, but he does
of
have
course.
some insight into this situation that other people might not. And I mean, like, that's pretty much all he said was, why isn't anyone thinking about his kids? When are they ever going to be able to grieve? And then he walked
Hmm.
away. And, like, yeah, that's it. What
Yeah.
about his kids? That all they're ever going to see for the next, like, 10 years probably is how their dad
Hmm.
was killed.
Yeah. Which they actually, well, I was gonna say they already know that, but they might not because if remember how Erica Kirk like lied to her daughter.
How did she say that?
That's
Why did she say
crazy.
that to
Like, why would you say that? Like, you have to be honest with kids about what's going on in life because that's you're forming their reality for them. Almost like as if there was a baby that was obligated to be on a TV show but didn't know that he was on a TV show because he was just a baby. And then he grew into an adult man who still was unaware of the challenges of
We're
real
back,
life
baby.
because he wasn't really living in a real life. Let's go.
What can we not do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Colors. Oh, and then you had your list of Sylvia Truman, Ed Harris, Marlon, Meryl for the letters, but we can also talk about any of them as characters if we'd like.
I don't think I have anything to say
Okay,
specifically.
cool. We already kind of talked about it's all real, just controlled, which is crazy. Reality TV is crazy because it's real, but it's also not real. You can't trust these things that you're seeing on TV because it's like some of it's like live reactions and some of it's scripted. And you have to be able to differentiate between the two, but sometimes you can't. even as an audience member. So then imagine Truman, who's like living his whole life this way. Of course he can't differentiate. He doesn't even know that there's anything to look for.
Oh, there's a gunshot outside my house.
Oh, happy
Over in America.
Thanksgiving. Hello, America.
Yeah.
Same as American Psycho. Did you say everything you wanted to say about that?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
That I went into it expecting a satire, and instead I got my current reality.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I feel like I had something I was gonna say, but now I don't remember. Maybe it'll come back to me, maybe it won't. That's
Mm,
life. Um,
that's life.
Now bam, orange juice. It's all
Made
real.
by
I feel like
Heinz.
it was something I was talking about how it's all real, just controlled, and you like can't separate between what's real and what's fake if you don't even know that there's anything fake. And I was thinking about something. I
Fish?
don't remember what it was. It might have been fish. Yeah. You know, a little white fish with some Heinz 58 on it. How everybody eats that. That's probably what I was thinking about. Don't remember. Oh well.
I'm sure it'll come to you. I have faith.
Thank you. Um, Family vloggers, obviously. Well, I mean, we can talk forever about this, and I think we actually have
hmm
before.
Yeah.
Um,
Remember, I told my parents about it because when we were talking about Ruby Frankie, and you said something
yeah.
like, I believe in prison abolition. But then I think about Ruby Frankie and I think, do I for everybody?
Yeah, like I know that like the point of abolition is that it can't have exception. That's like in the word, you know? But oh man, that's like people do these things that are so evil, and I want to believe so much that everybody has a mix of good and bad, and it's just up to like what we do, that like determines who we are, but then I'm like, but if you do enough evil things, don't you just kind of become evil and there's nothing about you that's good anymore? It seems like it's that way, and I wish it wasn't that way. Like I really want to hold on to like there's no level of evil that can't be overcome by good, but sometimes I'm like that's maybe not the case.
Yeah, sometimes at some
you
point we
know?
just got to be like, okay, God's gonna have to take a look at that one.
hmm And reconsider the whole thing. You know? Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm glad it's not up to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep,
Yeah.
yep. Good luck
That's
on that one,
so,
man.
yeah, that's wild. And I think even people who don't do like actually evil things, like starving and kidnapping and stuff, you know,
hmm
like Ruby Frankie did, even like normal family vloggers, there's only so you've already kind of eliminated a fundamental level of normalcy by exploiting your children for views. I
Oh
think
boy,
like
do I.
if you could like go to a different city and walk around and somebody recognize your child, you've done something wrong.
hmm
Even if
And
it's
if
like
you don't own a family vlogging channel and they still recognize your child,
they've done
then
something wrong.
something's very wrong.
There's something seriously wrong here. Oh, I remember what it was. It's about the audience because they'll have like these snippets of people outside of the show talking about their experience with the show.
Yeah.
And like you get these kind of a glimpse over the course of the movie of people like watching the show and engaging with it. And it's tough because once Truman starts to realize that he's in a show and he wants to get out, there's kind of this rift between people who don't want the show to end and people who like have this like sudden realization like, oh, this is like a human person that we've all been treating like a zoo animal, And we have all these expectations of him that he doesn't even know that we have. Like he doesn't know that any of us even exist. Do you see that rift in like audience participation? Where like, is it right to continue watching this, even just to see what happens? Like even if you really care about him, you're like, oh, I hope he gets out. You're still tuning in, like you're still giving them money. You know what I mean? And then at the end, like there's a scene near the end where like the people watching in the bar are like cheering and crying, like, oh, he made it out, like they're celebrating, but a lot of them like they weren't with him the whole time. They didn't want him to leave.
We're even betting that he wouldn't make it across
Right.
the
Making bets like they're
water.
making a game out of it as if it isn't like his actual life. We can see that it's fake, but for him, it's real. And so it's tough to be like, oh, is he going to make it? Like, we're placing bets on this guy as if he doesn't exist in the same way that we exist.
Yeah. Like you said at the
Yeah.
beginning, you're complicit.
Yeah.
And then the last line of the movie, what else is on?
Crazy. And that I think is like a really insightful, like, modern human behavior is this way, where like if something's over, and it could be like the hugest moment in a person's entire life, and even in this like society where people are watching him, this is huge for everybody who knows about him, whether or not they watch the show. Like, you're gonna hear, you know, that show that you don't watch because it's unethical, the guy got out,
He
they're ending the
escaped.
show, it's over. Like, you'd hear about it and you'd be like, that is incredible.
He talked to God
He
and
talked to
left.
God and he was like, no thank you.
No, well, I
And he
read
left.
somewhere too, and there was a deleted scene that talked about how if Truman did end up having a baby, that they were going to have a spin-off show centered on the baby,
Yeah,
just starting the
yeah,
cycle all over again. There was going to have the main show that was going to continue until he died, and then the
yeah.
baby. And, like, yeah, the audience is such an integral part to this because you feel like you're a part of it.
Hmm.
Like it helps draw attention to no, okay, you're part of them. You're watching him too. And
Yeah.
one of the comments on YouTube was, "Oh my gosh, I wish I could see him like find Sylvia and reunite with them." And the comment under that was like, "Yeah, that's the point. Is that you
Yeah.
don't get to see. He's gone now. The point of him leaving is that you don't have any claim on his life anymore."
Yeah.
And the original, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I never even thought of that." Like you are part of it.
Yeah.
It's a really good way to rope the viewer into
Yeah.
the viewers of the show too.
Because you want it to have a happy ending, but you don't have permission to know if he has a happy ending or not. It's not your business, which is a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people.
Mhm. Yeah.
And also like the thing with the baby. Okay, again, um, the creator of a television show, crazy work. Christoph, like he's talking about like, oh, we want to have this baby be born like on the show, and it'll be like the first ever, you
Conceived on
know,
screen.
first ever baby conceived and birthed on screen. And it's like, I mean, I guess it's momentous, but a lot of things that are the first ever are not necessary.
Yeah.
Like, maybe people haven't been doing it because it just doesn't need to be done,
Again.
you know?
Yeah.
But then you also see, like, I think that's a trend that we see now too, in terms of like, we like praise like innovation and efficiency as like the highest goods in our society, regardless of if they're necessary. So this could be the first ever thing, and it didn't need to exist, and maybe it's even kind of bad that it exists because it's like
First
exploitative of
ever car that
children,
looks like
you
a
know.
dumpster.
Right, and it's like, great. And what am I supposed to do with this? Like, does it work? No. Oh,
It's also the
okay.
first ever car that seals the gas pedal down so you can't brake.
So you can't break. And
Yeah.
also has like totally bulletproof windows that can't open from the inside. So if you're in some sort of emergency situation where your car sets on fire, because it's also the first ever car to spontaneously combust
Itself on fire.
multiple times, you can't get out of the vehicle because there's no way to get out of the vehicle. It's the
Yeah.
first ever, and it's like, yeah, it's also hopefully the last ever because it didn't need to exist at all. We can just drive
Dude.
regular cars. It's like, yeah, electric vehicles, good idea. Like, way more sustainable for the environment. That's great. That's awesome. But like, if this is the cost, no, let's do trains. Like, let's not do personal vehicles at all anymore if this is what it has to turn into.
Yeah.
And as much as it's like an electric or hybrid vehicle, like, we recognize that those are better for the environment than regular cars, we also know that they're not as good as public transportation.
Trains.
So why didn't we just do that before and keep doing it? Like, I don't know if we have to be
Yeah.
making money and being innovative and doing the first ever thing always. I think it's fine
Yeah.
to like see things that are good and keep doing them and
Yeah.
like stop
Sometimes
doing
things
things
that
that
are
are
old
bad.
are better.
Sometimes things that are expensive are worse. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I'm always saying that. Did I have any more notes?
Let me see. I think we're getting towards the end.
Didn't write all
Um,
that many, to be honest with you.
we had same as American Psycho, family vloggers, obviously, and then quote say something. Just like
That was the what his name's not Charleston. What's his name? God.
Christoph.
Christoph, thank you. Um, at the end, he's like, say something, you're live on television everywhere, say
Right.
something. Like
Yeah.
that's the moment I think 100% Truman decided to leave because
Yeah.
he still was not having a genuine human moment, not even with
Yeah.
someone who was begging him to stay.
Yeah.
He wanted him, say something, you're on television.
As if like you're live on television is the motivation that he needs to say something, which is not the case even for regular people. And I think especially if he's just had this moment of realizing that he's always live on television, he would be like, okay, who cares? I'm live
Hmm.
on television, say something as if that's not like every moment of my life.
Yeah. And the nightmare that I'm
Yeah.
currently trying to escape from.
Yeah, yeah. Like the fact that he's live on television is the problem, actually. That's why he's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
And also, like, okay, so he leaves and he says, like, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, which is iconic. It's like, okay, like he ate that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loki. Like you were saying in the beginning, like we all have these like different roles that we play depending on the people that we're interacting with. And like he's just says this to his neighbors. It's like his goofy way of like connecting with the neighbors, and he doesn't even know that that's like his catchphrase that he's known for, because he just says it. And wouldn't it be crazy to just like have something that you commonly say to somebody that you're not like posting online or filming on TV, and but still people know you for that? That's so crazy. It's like it's good for him. I like that it's like a moment of like reclamation for him.
It also is kind of lovely that the last moment that he's Truman on the Truman Show is a line, not him
Hmm.
being genuine,
Hmm.
and he's bruised
Hmm.
from his creator throwing him around in the ocean.
Yeah.
He's got a big old bruise by his eye. He's given a line, it's not genuine, and that's his pretty face on TV that's meant to
Yeah.
make millions, and it's not ruined, but
Yeah. Yeah.
bruised. That's all it ever was. It was rotten. But that's good. That's a good
Good.
moment.
Good for him. You know. And then also the last one was just Nope plus Truman Show equals audience are voyeurs,
Yeah,
which we've
uh-huh.
also a
Yep.
little bit talked about, but if we want to elaborate.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
I need to get
stand
my
by that.
laundry
I will
anyway.
not elaborate. Oh,
Um,
I do have just one more thing to say about Marlon.
oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just that moment where he's trying to reassure Truman. And he's like,
Hmm.
if everyone's in on it, that would mean that I'd have to be in on it. And I'm
Right.
not. I would never lie to you. And then we cut away and see that
Oof.
Kristoff has been feeding him lines, presumably for the whole conversation. And it
Yeah.
sucks because he's reading them with so much emotion and like
Yeah.
you know he's lying, but you want to believe him so bad.
Yeah.
And then you
And
see
then
have that cutaway, and it's
ugh. And to see it from Marlon's perspective too is wild because he like I don't know if you're like working with somebody for so long, you do like kind of become friends and they're trying to make their conversations feel as real as possible. So I feel like there's a serious potential that he buys into it, even though he's
yeah,
acting like, and he knows that he's being fed lines and whatever, but he could also, I don't know, in some way he would feel like Truman's his friend because they have been hanging out for years and years.
yeah.
And they have been giving each other like serious advice and they did go to each other's fake weddings and so he has this connection
Yeah.
And you almost like he plays that scene so well where you almost wonder if he's gonna tell the truth this time. He looks like he wants to.
Yeah. He does. He
And then
totally does.
but then he doesn't. Like he he lies and says I would never lie to you. And then
Which is kind of awesome.
yeah,
Vulcans
crazy
do
stuff.
not lie, Spock lied.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If
Oh, he
everybody's in on it,
rocks.
that means I have to be in on it. And Truman's like, "You're right. Never talking to you again."
Very
You
good
know?
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just yeah, it just sucks. But
really
it's so good.
sad. That's all I had to say about it.
Good movie.
Good movie. Good movie. Sad
Not
movie?
a comedy
Scary
though.
movie? Not a comedy.
I
Stop
think you gotta
listing it as a
watch it.
comedy.
You gotta watch it when you're in the headspace to like seriously think about the state of humanity, you know? It's a deep thinking movie. It's not like a haha movie. So you just
Yeah.
gotta be aware of that when you're gonna watch it, because sometimes you're not just in the mood for a movie, you're in the mood for like a very particular kind of movie.
Yeah, don't think you're gonna put on Mrs. Doubtfire and it's this one instead.
Mhm.
Oh wait, we gotta talk about that one because every time I watch it, it makes me cry. And I always forget that it makes
That
me
it's gonna
cry
make you
because
cry.
it's just a
Uh-huh.
Robin Williams funny comedy movie.
Right. And then
Pierce
you forget that
Brosnan is
Robin
in it.
Williams is like a deep actor as well.
Yeah. Even right
Yeah.
from the beginning, he's begging the judge not to take his children away from him. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? And then that beautiful, awful scene at the end where he's Mrs. Doubtfire on the TV and someone writes in about their parents getting divorced and he's like, please, will my parents get back together? And Mrs. Doubtfire says so kindly, my dear, sometimes they don't, and that's okay. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's ha we have families of all different kinds. Just because that's how your family looks now doesn't mean that your family's over or broken. And I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
So anyway, we should talk about that movie because it's a good movie.
Okay. Good idea. I think you should watch Merry Christmas, the Indian movie. We
Is
could
it
talk about
good?
that one. It was
I'm so
good and it was
excited.
like it's wild, dude. Like it kind of felt like because it's marketed like when you look it up, it tells you it's a romance slash thriller. And I kind
Yeah.
of wish that it didn't, because then from the very beginning, like I'm looking for clues, you
Oh,
know?
uh-huh. Yeah.
And I think I would have liked it better if I hadn't known that.
Well, you should. Oh
But
no.
it's still, even with that, when you're looking for clues, you still are wrong. It's like wild. So it's still
Yay.
fun. It's still good. So you can do that one also for December because that's Christmas time.
Merry Christmas. We can do Grink and Merry Christmas.
Drink and Merry Christmas.
Love Grink. Just okay. So this is in my personal vocabulary. It's in nobody else's. But
Hmm.
sometimes I'll just sigh, especially when I was at work. I just sigh and go, "I love kaput," which
Uh-huh.
n no other human person has ever said or understood, and that's because
Right.
it's from like a very, very distant, like 5-year-old video with Curtis Connor, Danny Gonzalez, and Drew Gooden, and they're watching
Uh-huh.
bad TikToks, and that's the caption on one of the videos is kaput. And Drew just goes, I love kaput. And that stuck in my head for years. And now it means nothing to anybody else. And I don't even know if I have like an assigned meaning to it, but sometimes it's just like, oh, I love, like, it's just, oh, nonsense. I love kaput. Anyway, love the drink.
I love the grink. I love Kaput. Yeah, that's pretty good.
This was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah. Well, I'm
It was
gonna.
a it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, as they say.
We talk about movie, we talk about daylight savings time.
Yeah. The epic highs and lows.
Now we go back to epic highs. I'm watching Columbo.
Yay! Columbo!
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Columbo!
Hey, Columbo.
Yay! That's good.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna watch Coneheads.
Saw that on your on the YouTube.
It keeps
That looks
recommending
good.
it to me. Like a lot. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Well, I hope you enjoy Coneheads.
Thank you.
Say
Me
hi to
too.
Chris Farley for me.
I will. I'll say hi. Hi, Chris. Hi. Hi, Bestie. Hi. That's what I'll say.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you.
Mhm. Anything else I should add?
No, I think you summed it all up pretty well.